Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. We are streaming live here at Gary Bivona's house right here in Van Nuys. And we're here on our regular Wednesday morning rehearsal with Psych, Unexpected. It's great to be here. My name is Mike, surrounded by all these incredible A-list studio musicians here in LA, and it's great to be with them, and it's our kind of little fraternity that we have every Wednesday morning. We just pull out all these tunes, people bring in charts to play, we get guest singers, and this week we've got La Bamba coming here, and we've also got Bobby, what's his Bobby Irvine, the guy that sang Happy Days, is going to be our special guest as well. We're really honored to have him here. We're going to start off the proceedings with a little bit of a mambo for you. This is called Mambo Lido. Mr. Chilly Willy Groove, ladies and gentlemen. Chilly Willy Groove. Kenneth Brown on trumpet, and of course, the great Sam Morgan. And we have got Robin Javier, our special guest this morning as well. Yeah. We're going to do a little bit of a swing run. This is a Hank Mobley tune, and this is arranged by Harry Smallenberg. It's called This I Dig of You. This next one we have a special treat here because we have Danny Weinstein in the house, and Danny is a man of many talents, as we were going to hear. Not only is he a great trombone player, he also plays trumpet, he plays all kinds of things, but one of his amazing things that I really love is his violin playing. And you can ask Danny, he'll ask you to play any tune, and name any tune, and he'll just play it, right? For 5 minutes. So I met Danny about maybe about 15, 16, 17 years ago in a band run by a guy called Gus Ramos. And we used to play all this 30s music, remember that? And I was amazed by him then. And here we are, we're featuring him on his own arrangement and an Al Martino feature. Danny's going to play violin to Night and Day. Okay, as one of our usual contributors to the band, please put your hands together to Richie La Bamba Rosenberg in the house.
All right. Hey, everybody. Right. That was beautiful, Dan.
Oh, thank you, Richie.
It was gorgeous. What? Thank you. Thank you. All right, streaming land. We're going to get Michael out here. He's going to play some harmonica on his tune. Oh, boy. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to blues it up here. All right, Gary.
And he just started playing it yesterday. Yeah. Got a mic, Mike?
To the highway, built out around the goal. Gonna leave here running, walking is much too slow. I'm going back to the border, baby, where I'm better known. 'Cause you haven't done nothing, baby, but you drove a good man from home. Peaks over the mountain, little girl, be on my way. I'm gonna roam this highway until the break of day. Go ahead, Mike, give me some of that. Give me one more kiss, darling, just before you go. 'Cause when I leave this time, I won't be back no more. I got the key to the highway, then I'm bound to go. I'm gonna leave here running, walking is much too slow. To the highway, then I'm bound to go. I'm gonna leave here running, walking is much too slow. Go, go, go. Michael on the harmonica, how about that? Thank you all.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much, Richie. Very nice. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right. After all that excitement, we're going to now bring on Bob Arvon is going to be here. And we got Larry Mergelano in the house as well. Larry Mergelano is here. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Larry. Larry's going to tell us a little bit about Bob, because he's his friend.
Yes, Bobby Arvon was
Speaking to the mic.
Bobby Arvon was the lead singer with Harry James as well as Les and Larry Elgart, and he's the guy who sang the television so good theme to Happy Days.
Well, that dates me when you mentioned Harry James and Les and Larry Elgart. Jeez. I'm older than everybody in here. All right. the world can change. It can change like that due to one little word. Mary, see a palace rise from a two-room flat due to one little word. Married. That old despair that was often there suddenly ceases to be. For you wake one day, look around and say, somebody wonderful married me. How the world can change like that due to one little word, Mary. See a palace rise from a two-room flat due to one little word. Mary, that old despair that was up in there suddenly ceases to be. For you wake one day, look around and say, somebody wonderful married me. That old despair that was often there suddenly ceases to be. For you wake one day, look around and say, somebody wonderful married me. That was fun. That was fun. I don't know if anybody remembers this song, or the singer who originally sang it. Anybody remember Julius LaRosa? That's where I first heard this song, Mobile. Saw a swallow building his nest. I guess they figured he knew best, so they built a town around him and they called him Mobile. Where's that? Alabama. They took a swampland heavy with steam. They added people with a dream. The dream became a heaven by the name of Mobile. Pretty soon that town had grown till they had that slide trombone and the man that played piano and the chick that sang soprano. No use you wondering where it should go. It's on the Gulf of Mexico where the southern bells are ringing and the climate's ideal. It's a honeysuckle heaven by the name of Mobile. They saw a swallow building his nest. I guess they figured he knew best, so they built a town around him, and they called it Mobile. Then fun and then the two by three you do down. But it did it by the name of Mobile. Pretty soon that town had grown till they had that slide trombone and the man that played piano and the chick that sang soprano. I know you're wondering where it should go. It's on the Gulf of Mexico where the southern chicks are swinging and the climate's ideal. Honeysuckle heaven, yeah, it's a honeysuckle heaven. It's a honeysuckle heaven by the name of Moby.
Thank you, thank you. Happy days are here again.
We're now going to bring on Rick Hills. Rick Hills. Ladies and gentlemen, the amazing Mr. Rick Hills. Rick Hills. Give us a bow, Rick. That's about all we got time for this week. We just, the rehearsals just get longer because we get more and more great music. But we never fear, we'll be back next week with another episode of the Psych Big Band Rehearsal here at Gary Bivona's house. One more time, give yourselves a round of applause for being so wonderful. And we'll see you next week. Mike Parlett signing off, Psych Big Band signing off. We'll see you next week. Tune in. Make sure you share and like our page, and we'll see you soon. Take care.